Hi, good evening. So today I'm going to be, Happy New Year, by the way. Today I'm going to be going through the mini guide, How to Get Mortgage Ready in 2026. And I hope that you enjoy it and it's useful for you. Right, so let me share my screen and then we can go from there. So here is the guide. I hope you can see it okay. Right, so as I said, this is the mini guide, How to Get Mortgage Ready in 2026 for First Time Buyers. So let's get started. So the first thing is a little bit about me. So I am the mortgage coach because I combine mortgage advice with financial coaching. Um, you can read about me later. Right. So, the reason why I created this document is because there's just so much confusion around the buying process. And let's start at the beginning, the first useful thing. Right. So, mortgage preparation. So, when you're getting yourself ready for, to buy in 2025, one of the things that you need to be aware of is your bank statement. So, with your bank statement, as it says here, it is your financial CV for lenders. They will look at it, they will analyze what sort of avoiding unusual transactions, showing regular savings and stability. Now, what I want to sort of mention about this is for me, when I've worked with my clients, so a little bit about me is I was an accountant and then I became a mortgage advisor in 2020. So I've had a lot of mortgage clients, and these are some of the situations that have happened. So I've been in a situation where, say, for example, they're self-employed and they put down on their self-assessment that their annual income is 36,000, then, they obviously will expect that you have an average of 3,000 on your bank statements. So if you show three bank statements and they add up the income coming in, they're hoping for about 9,000. If one month it's 2,000, then the next month they'll be looking for 4,000. It will fluctuate. The only, I suppose, plausible is if you work seasonally and you do a really great summer, for example. Autumn isn't too bad, spring isn't too bad, but winter is dead as a doornail. Then they would accept that, but they may ask to see 12 months of bank statements just to prove that, or an account certificate. When it comes to some people like to organize themselves with their bank accounts. So they'll have like an account for expenses, account for income. You will need to show both sets of accounts. When they're asking for bank statements, they want to see bank statements showing your income coming in and bank statements showing your expenses going out. If, of course, you're a first time buyer that still lives with their parents, then we'll have to put in an explanation for that. But this is a really useful guide because it does talk about your stability, and it does talk about unusual activity. And with your savings, they will want to know proof of your savings. So a lot of people are a bit concerned when they get a gifted deposit. Sometimes it may be a gift letter, but sometimes they will actually want to see the source of that income. The next thing is when it comes to the affordability calculation, you really do need, and I've said this quite a few times, you really do need to know your numbers. So they will be comparing your income to your expenses. And when it comes to affordability, this is what you can afford on a month by month basis. It's completely different to what you can borrow. What you can borrow is based on an annual basis. What you can afford will be on a monthly basis. The next thing that people tend to get wrong is the order that you need to do things. So I will be doing a whole video on the buying process. I've got a great one pager that goes through the buying process. It's a flow diagram, and it really is makes it easier to understand. But this is just a couple of the beginning steps when you're looking for your first home steps. So this is the priorities that you'd look for. People, I find, don't go they just see a property they like and off they go and put in an offer for it. They don't actually go through these steps to find out if it is the right property for you. So these are really, really useful and important. The next thing is obviously you can look for properties on different platforms. So that talks about the different platforms you can use. And then it talks about doing a short list, and I also will be providing a template where you can actually list the properties that you've viewed. Here are some tips for first-time buyers, and this is how mortgages work and the different types of mortgages, and some more information about first-time buyer mortgages and some key terms. So that is basically the whole guide. And the next thing to what I've got here, and can I make it a bit smaller so you can see? So these are all my contact information. As you're aware, I'm on YouTube because this YouTube channel, but all of this information will be in this whole guide will be for free in the Get Mortgage Ready Club. So it's the GMR Club hosted on School. There's a resources. So as soon as you go into Classroom, and then there's a whole resources section where you'll have this guide, the guide I talked about yesterday, and the guide I'll be talking about tomorrow. Basically, all the resources will be in there, and that is free. And then if you want to sign up for the roadmap, which gives you a step-by-step structure of how to, so there's the 12 module roadmap, which is the fast track, and then there's the 36 module first time buyer roadmap. You can sign up for those if you want the structure. But the free resources and the two challenges, so the Get Mortgage Ready challenge and the Deposit challenge, are both within the free level of the membership. If you have any questions or anything like that or comments, once you join the Get Mortgage Ready membership, you can DM me. So that also really, really works. So if this is for you, by all means join the GMR Club, which is housed on School, which is this information here, but I will pin the comment. So as I said, Happy New Year, and it's been really great to see you all. Take care. Bye bye.